AJ, Highvine's Garden, late July update. Got a blueberry bush. It had a ton of blueberries. I netted it so the deer didn't eat it, but I neglected to net the back, so birds have been eating it. Got awesome amaranth going on here. A lot of flowers up in front. I've already moved past it, so I'm not gonna go back. But bee balm, creopsis, got some bee balm of another color, some lavender, and some German chamomile. A lot of echinacea and coneflowers. They come up every year, so it's pretty cool. Every other year you get the flowers. We've got zinnias. All of this was planted by seed. None of this was, no seedlings bought this year, which was pretty cool. But I wanted to capture what an absolute jungle it is in here before I start trimming through it. So we've got spaghetti squash making up pretty much this entire wall and heading out that way. Down on the bottom, I've got orange sweet potato in about its 12th or 13th year of propagation. There's some volunteer watermelon in there and some cherry tomatoes out over here. Brad's Atomic grape tomato, actually. This is a wildly out of control, as is everything else here. Cherry tomato. Looking into this, what used to be like an old hugel culture bed. I've got eggplant. I mean, when you have such a jungle, everything competes. Everything shoots up for the sky. But we've got a ton of like tomatoes and stuff out there. Here's another eggplant. Here's some random peppers. I don't remember what I planted. I don't remember planting this. I'm pretty sure squirrels planted this. These are all like pumpkin type situations. So dense it was hard to get pollination, so I've started thinning it out. Some sunflowers, lamb's quarter that the chickens were eating, volunteer dill, some cherry tomatoes here. Canna lilies, they attract a really pretty hummingbird here. Anyway, one of my favorite parts is climbing through all the jungle, so come with me. I'm definitely gonna hit my owl. So we've got, again, sweet potatoes on the bottom, spaghetti squash all over here. Just tangled mess all over each other. We've got volunteer dill that I let go to flower, so missed my chance to harvest all that dill, but these flowering heads make great pollinators, and I'll definitely collect the seeds. This is orange dew. It's like a honeydew cantaloupe hybrid, I think. Found some fruit in here. So, oh, there's one over there. I'll have to find some more. So this is finally taking off. There's a couple of tomatoes in there. This is more of that orange dew. I don't know what that is. Zinnias. This is loganberry. So these are the primocanes. I already took all the floricanes off. And then interwoven in there, there's some spaghetti squash. There's a volunteer cantaloupe in here. This was strawberry, and is strawberry, all every year. Oh, I even got a random one. Cool. Is it gross? No, it's good. Sorry, camera. So these are great in the spring, and then they do come up again in the fall. Right now they're just kind of hanging out. I've got blueberry with a lot of growth in its third year. More just spaghetti squash. I can't throw away a seedling. Zinnias. There's a tomato back there, or a pepper, but I can't find it. More volunteer dill. This is all paste tomatoes, and there are tons of sets in here. And I am just hoping that this plant stays nice and healthy as it has to give us all those delicious paste tomatoes. I believe they're Hungarian, Austrian paste tomatoes. Marigolds, again, all by seed. Brad's Atomic. They keep splitting before I can tell if they're ready, but they're really cool grape tomatoes. This is loofah. It's planted down here. I'm trying to keep it tame because loofah will grow all until the frost. It makes excellent tunnel coverage once things like that are more temporary, like these cucumber, go through. But the cucumber, we're still getting tons of stuff. Tons of stuff. So cucumber in the front of this tunnel here. More sunflower. I've got ghost pepper. More loofah back there, just kind of waiting for its moment. Zinnias. All right, so we've got cucumber in here, which is awesome. We've been picking a ton of those. Oh, cherry tomatoes finally coming in. Or these might be grape tomatoes as well, but a ton of sets. This is a volunteer plant. It's looking good. The watermelon is weaving itself through it as well, so it helps to hold it up. So we've got Moon and Stars watermelon on this side, as well as on this side. So just a ton of stuff. We've got, these are like a different type of zinnia. I forgot what kind they are, but they're pretty cool. These zinnias and volunteer sunflower. More peppers. These are bell peppers. I've got more tomatoes finally coloring up. So very excited because there is some weird yellow thing going around on the other ones. Here are some more cantaloupe. These are zucchini. And then we've got more grape tomato. I've got a peanut plant even back here with a dandelion growing through it. We've got loofah that starts over here and goes all the way around this cornfield, or this corn corner, where we in fact do have nice ears that are starting to thicken up. So hopefully the pollination was successful. Every one of these little hairs has to get pollinated in order for all those corn kernels to come in. So this is sweet corn, standing at about 7 feet, but that's because I planted it a little higher, but it's cool. These are going to be monkey face peppers. They look really cool when they come in. Volunteer tomatoes, all sorts of stuff popping up in this jungle style garden. I've got overgrown basil, beefsteak tomatoes. This is where these plants are having a little bit of a fungal issue, so I've had to cut some of it out, but just a ton of growth, you know? Herbs of different kinds, lemon balm, peppermint. I like to put it with the chickens, like spa, when I make their spa. Oh damn, I forgot to show you, look. Cantaloupe, hey-oh. Atlantis cantaloupe. Actually got a lot of good sets on here. So this is just starting, so yeah, you know, peak of July, the melons are starting to come out. We've got a lot of good marigolds smothering the other plants that I planted them with, like this pepper, but it'll chill until I cut it. And while the weeds do compete for a lot, I have very nutritious soil that we feed a lot, and I think in a lot of ways the weeds have kept a really moist and healthy biome down there in the bottom, which has really benefited these plants. So all things in balance. Nothing against the finely manicured gardens. I think those are beautiful too. Oh, purple basil, chive flower. But this is ultimately what happens. It's not always by design. It's definitely welcomed. I have it real nice in the spring, and then things just get away from me. You know, we got the farmers markets now that we're working. We've got I got volleyball and stuff that I do. Anyway, so you know, the jungle is awesome. I just got to stop it from being buggy, and I've got to keep the undergrowth, you know, clear so there's air circulation. So while it's pretty, you got to be careful that you don't invite a whole mess of problems, because the heat of the summer does come with a lot of challenges with bugs and fungal stuff. So that is pretty much the garden proper. If you want to stick around, there's a lilac. If you want to stick around, canna lilies, those have been growing there for decades. I'm going to go show you the other stuff. Might as well, right? So here is my compost. This is how I have it set up. So now with the chickens, which I'll show you in a second, we can do a lot more composting. But this is pretty much where all the stuff gathers. Pardon the air conditioning noise. But this is like where the chickens used to hang out. Now I planted plants in it, so the soil is probably pretty good. But these are all like last seedlings. Here's potatoes I used to have there. This is a tulip bed. I planted corn on top. I don't know why. Let me show you the berries. This is one of those, you know, strawberries we wind up getting to keep. Loganberries were netted. The blackberries I have not netted, and now they keep getting eaten. Oh, I found one. Good. Nice. Okay. Perfect. Oh my God, amazing. I know why the birds keep eating them. And again, those second year canes are what fruits. And then these canes that are coming in thick, these are going to be next year's. So you got to keep them healthy. Anyway, let's go back to the oh, you know, these are just wildflowers. Threw in a bunch of seeds and did not weed the bed. But, you know, pretty. Nice little spot for butterflies and stuff like that. And here's the girls posing. Yeah, ladies. So recent upgrades. We put a polycarbonate UV resistant ceiling up here. It was a struggle and a half, I'm just going to tell you. Got new feeders over there, bigger ones for if we go away. Got an automatic door. So now they don't have to wait for me to slug out at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. And I took away their stairs. They only really needed that stick. They do have some good vertical space. We're going to get some more vertical space for them because they really like being up there. Remember, chickens don't fly. They're tree birds. They like to hop around in trees and walk around on the forest floor. So we do use a forest floor method for the run. I just kind of put more leaves and basically brown compost type of stuff in here. Mix it around, keeps the odor very low, and basically just becomes a living floor. I will eventually just clean it all out, put in new stuff, but it's really nice. Their coop is really just where they sleep. They're not hanging out there right now. So anyway, if you stuck through the video so far, appreciate it. This is, by the way, this is Red, Marge running away, Satin, and this is Big Bird, who is the nicest and my favorite. Sorry, it's true. And there's Cow, lots of attitude. Anyway, yeah, hi Marge. So this is life here in the suburban homestead. Like and subscribe, follow for more of this. Say bye.